irá, Mangueira, tira a poeira dos porões ou abre amas, porque será de barracões, coisas que se faz um país, me deseja de longe, sobre de nossas multidões, Mangueira, tira a poeira dos porões ou abre amas.
Welcome to the Brazilian Beat, episode 95 with Carla Laidley, aka Aninha Malandro. Join us as we get to know the Brazilian percussion and music-making community, one interview at a time. This is Courtney.
And hello, I am Diana.
Hello, Diana.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So what do we have today?
So today on the show, as you said, Carla Laidley, Aninha Malandro, as she's known in the samba world, came on to talk with us about Samba Congress. And we ended up talking about all kinds of things.
Yeah, she's always such a great conversation.
She goes deep, man.
She does.
It's really good. I wish when we had first gotten on with her, I had recorded what we were talking about at first because it was that part was so good too. But yeah, we got most of the conversation. So
yes. So born and raised in Rio de Janeiro, Ana Carla Laidley, also known as Aninha Malandro, was born into a family of sambistas. She's the daughter of the talented Brazilian musician Carlinhos do Pandeiro and Ana Gomes, a samba dancer who was part of the revered group of Sargentelli's mulattos. She herself has paraded in Rio Carnaval many times with escolas such as Mangueira, Estácio de Sá, União da Ilha, and Viradouro.
Ana has spent over 25 years teaching samba throughout the U.S. as well as in Australia, Japan, and Europe. Her teaching methodology integrates her life experience with samba and her psychology background, providing a space for people to develop their knowledge and understanding of the Brazilian culture and to reconnect with their body, mind, and soul.
Based out of Los Angeles, California, she is the founder of the groups Samba in Motion and Malandro in Motion. Ana is one of the co-founders of the International Samba Congress, the biggest celebration of samba outside of Brazil. This project has also hosted events in Europe, Australia, Brazil, as well as virtual events. She has also started an online interview session called Bate-papo de Malandro, where she interviews artists in the samba and Brazilian music community.
We just want to make sure that it's really clear to you guys, when we did this interview, the event in Mexico was happening, but now it's all going to be virtual. It's held over 2 weekends on November 5th through 7th and November 12th through 14th. So just to be clear, the in-person event that we talk about in this interview is now been shut down due to COVID and is happening all online.
And for future events, I believe that they are hoping to reschedule a live Samba Congress, as usual, in June of 2022.
Oh, cool. Great. So exciting news at GoSamba.net. We are now in Rhythm Traders. So in this fabulous drum store in Portland, Oregon. There's a bunch of merchandise and drums and bells and all kinds of things there at Rhythm Traders in Portland. So go check it out if you are in town.
So you have kind of like a little shop of your own in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a little section with all of the Go Samba stuff. Yeah, Brad, who owns Rhythm Traders, and James, who's the manager there, they were both super helpful to me on getting things cleared out and getting my stuff moved in. And Brad's been supportive of Go Samba from the very beginning. So yeah, it's really a cool thing. Thank you so much.
Great community.
Yes, they're
they're always really supportive of so many of the things happening around town.
And they're so cool. I mean,
They are.
those guys are just so nice. Yeah, all the staff that works in there, they're great.
Exciting.
It is super exciting. So Ritmo Solidario, if you guys have a little bit of extra cash, is your wallet feeling heavy? Is your purse feeling heavy? Ritmo Solidario is feeding sambistas in Rio de Janeiro who play for baterias and some of the pashistas who are in need of food and toiletries and things like that. So support Ritmo Solidario, and we have the link to that on our website. You can donate the money through PayPal to Sheena do Estácio. He's a composer there at Estácio de Sá. And just give back, help out. This is your chance to give back to the communities who've given us so much. So think about making a donation.
And after you think about doing that, if you do have some spare cash,
If your wallet's still heavy.
yeah, if it's just really weighing you down, how about joining our Ko-fi community of support? You know, we do this this podcast, and it is a labor of love, but it's also labor, and we do take time out of our days to do this. So donations are much appreciated. This podcast is free, and it will remain free. But you know, if you have a couple of extra dollars, and we appreciate those of you who have been doing this either in a bulk sum or like some people do it on a monthly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we get these
ongoing,
ongoing support. So we get these little monthly notices that people have, continue to support us. So we appreciate that so much.
Thank you. A free way you can support us is to rate us on Apple Podcasts and to subscribe to the podcast on your podcast platform of your choice and to tell a friend.
Please do.
All right, we hope you guys enjoy this episode with Carla Laidley, a.k.a. Aninha Malandro. Carla Laidley, Aninha Malandro, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Chat with us tonight.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here with you guys. And thank you for opening up this space. I really appreciate that.
And we are going to talk a little bit about the International Samba Congress in Mexico this time.
Yes.
Exciting.
Yes, it's really exciting, guys. I don't know, of course, that's still with this voice that you're talking about, be careful.
Mm-hmm.
So the Delta, all these changes and everything.
Yeah.
But we created a committee to be dealing with protocols and procedures and everything that really we could do from our part to make this very safe and healthy environment for everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't things come to me through dreams.
Oh.
And I was about to schedule the International Samba Congress online again.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to tell you, we did last year and it was not bad at all, but I felt robbed. I felt like something missing,
Mm-hmm.
And we did the IC Carnival. I went to Brazil. We put people together in February, and I was just feeling like, okay, how this can happen, And my first plan was to do in Bahia. So we're planning to do at the Silvestre home,
Mm-hmm.
And it was everything like, okay, we're going to do in Bahia because it would be easier for us to send the teachers from Rio, from São Paulo to
Sure.
Bahia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with the situation in Brazil being so horrifying, and really the clown that we have as a president being not taking seriously people's lives and really making situation being worse, I said nobody's going to go to Brazil. Even if we were doing Brazil, people with all the situation was very bad.
I don't think that we could, like American passport holders could fly to Brazil.
Yeah, we can, but yeah, it's so messed up.
Yeah.
It's really messed up. Brazilian cannot come to America.
Yeah.
So, but I started to be really hearing people saying, oh, for you to come to America, you have to stop in Mexico. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
have to quarantine in Mexico.
Oh.
And it was for 14 days. And I think, how am I going to do this? To get like 30 people for 14 days in Mexico and bring it to the United States? This is crazy. With the risk of, the immigration over here just to say no
Right.
and really cancel out their visa. So one night I just, wake up 2 o'clock in the morning with this, it has to be Mexico.
Hmm.
And Luciana da Silva, she just moved from Colorado to Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, she moved there. Wow.
She moved there. And also Zaira Cancino, she's from Mexico, and she has the Samba Mexico group, or Mexico Samba, something like that. So I just wrote to Zaira, say, hey, I want to respect you, and I would like to see if we can think about it, having the International Samba Congress in Mexico. And I sent a message to Luciana too. So both of them responded with this, yes, yes, let's do it, let's do it. And we started really like Luciana, she has so many connections in Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, nice.
So we started really working. And for 3 years now, I work with Vanessa Joyce. She's a Brazilian woman, but she works with booking um, hotels and making all these arrangements between events and
Oh,
groups
nice.
and
Mm-hmm.
everything. And I called her and I say, hey, see what is the deal. Yeah. So she found this incredible resort that's called Sunscape.
Hmm.
So I started really to work late a little bit with the idea. So, but we have the hotel, we are seeing, we're going to have one night that you're going to be the big show with all the teachers in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm bringing Pai de Santo from Brazil
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
for him to give like, a workshop, like, lectures.
Hmm.
That's
So
awesome.
spirituality, orishas, things like that. But we're gonna go and take people to the waterfall so
Cool.
that he can explain our connection with the nature. So we're gonna go to. It's kind of also knowing the place,
Mm-hmm.
but with the Delta variant, is something we are rethinking. But mostly everything's gonna happen at the Sunscape.
Is this the first time you've brought a Pai de Santo to a Samba Congress?
No, that will be the second time.
Oh, okay.
We brought Mainha, Rosângela's mother,
Mm-hmm.
in 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
But Mainha, she taught dancing, and but she did not give a lecture.
Mm.
This Pai de Santo Marcio, he's gonna come to talk about. He goes a lot to Africa. He goes a lot to other places, to Cuba. So it's really to bring this, to people really to connect and understand. That sometimes people don't understand, and I am Brazilian, I don't understand sometimes. So I think like would be very important too. And other teachers also will be offering lectures about a lot, because we are honoring we're making a homage to the northeastern of Brazil. So we are bringing a lot of maracatu, carimbó, bumba meu boi,
Diana, you
I
gotta
know.
go.
caboclinho. We are bringing so many other manifestation of African diaspora that people don't know.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just to bring a little bit of awareness that Brazil is not only samba.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But also, it's very interesting, in northeast of Brazil, when people say let's go to a samba, they are talking like let's go to a dance, or a night, a forró.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So samba has so many different meanings throughout Brazil, and we want really to people with that, with going a little deeper.
Hmm.
So we have Pitoco with Maracatu, Zé Ricardo, Nildinha, Zé Ricardo and Nildinha. So Zé Ricardo with the Afro-Brazilian, Marcio Peter with the samba reggae, and who else? Let me see. I I know I'm missing somebody. Hold on. Oh, Ailton. So it's not people that it's a new people,
Oh,
but people that we know and people that I love
Alison.
their work. Oh, and
Alison.
Alison Bruno. Yes, yes, it's Alison Bruno, Pitoco, Ailton, Márcio, Zé Ricardo, and yeah, those are the main people we're bringing. Uh, Next year, we are already planning for next year. So next year, I'm gonna bring, not bring because I think next year we're planning to do in Brazil, but
Mm.
I'm still thinking. But if it's over here, we're gonna see if we can bring other people for the percussion and everything. So
Mhm.
What about the dance? The dance side.
that side, we have Rosângela Silvestre, Nildinha Fonseca, Aurinha. Diana must remember Aurinha, yeah?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, Aurinha. She lives in Canada now.
Oh.
Yeah, so Irineu Nogueira, Evelyn Bastos, the Queen of
Mm-hmm.
Mangueira, Márcio, Alisson Bruno. We are bringing Márcio, Rei do Giro, Marcinho from Salgueiro,
Oh,
Mayara
cool.
Santos, Belinha Delfim, Lauren
She's
Hansen.
great.
Lauren Hansen will be there. Matheus Oliveira, Skel Georgia, they
Oh,
mix it.
really? Well,
Yeah, Matheus and the Scale, they are the porta-bandeira and mestre sala of
mm-hmm.
Mangueira.
I love her. She's so
Zé
beautiful.
Ricardo, Júlio Ramalho, that's from Pernambuco. Wilson Jr., that's from Amazon.
How many people? So
I
many
know.
people.
We have 32 we have 32,
You know,
32 teachers.
who I loved seeing on this list is Mayombe Masai. I love
Oh,
him.
yes, my own Masai is there. Sheila Quilano is not there. Daniela Lima, Patrick Carvalho, Nilce Fran, Carla Moreno, Tereza Azevedo, Léo and Robertinha, that's a couple that dance gafieira. Mariana Reis, that she does tons of comissão de frente in Brazil.
Oh, cool.
And every night we are presenting, like the first night will be forró, the second night will be ciranda and quadrilha.
Mm.
We are bringing all this other chachado, all these manifestations of northeastern of Brazil that people does not know.
Cool.
So, and also we will have some sessions, like for example, in the third, in November 9th, we're gonna have like the first class will be Rosângela Silvestre, Nildinha, Zé Ricardo, Márcio and Alisson.
Wow. That's
We're
a
gonna
lineup.
Yes, we're gonna put it, everybody in the same class. So the second jam, we're gonna have a drum jam thing that is like, Ailton, Alisson, Pituca, Zé Ricardo, and Márcio.
Mm.
So they're gonna have their moments that's
Cool.
just for them. So Tainá Damasceno is doing it, Gil Costa, Marcela Rabelo, myself, Annie Costa also, that's from Pernambuco. And yeah, it's 32 teachers.
Wow.
Lots. Chocolachi, I see.
Chocolate, yeah, Zaira Cancino from Mexico. And
Was
yeah,
she, was she the one on your live today?
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes. So yeah, it's amazing how, and that's the thing that I makes me to really to believe in this power. I don't know what it is, guys, because I do this without any money. You understand? This project is started without money, and happens, and I cannot tell you that's what happened. I don't know what it is, but it is constantly like, should I do this? Why am I gonna do this? Is that gonna, But it ended up all the time happening, and it's very interesting because I remember a person who came in the first one. It was I forget his name now.
Like a student, you mean?
Yeah, he's from Texas. He looks like Tom Cruise. He's a
Oh,
musician.
Devin.
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 Yes.
That's all you had to say. Oh, Devin.
That's right. So he came for the first one, and he's like, "Wow, this is like, oh my gosh, it was like a bipolar energy or something." Because it's so intense, but it's something that everybody who experienced is all the time very good to hear people to say how impactful it is in their lives.
Pauline said the same thing. She said it was the one in LA the first one that she went to. She said the energy was just so high among everybody, even walking in the halls between classes. Everybody was just had this really great, happy, high energy. Yeah.
So it's a learning moment, and it's like a sharing, and we don't have celebrities. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's only people that really there because they believe it and they connected. Um,
Hmm.
I invited so many people. Some people doesn't want to come, and I respect them, and I say, well, you don't want to come, you don't want to come, But my idea all the time is to honor people that really open up the doors for us,
Hmm.
and I really want this connection. Um, it's amazing because I feel like the relationship Mexico Brazil is really intense.
Hmm.
But all the time I have a scene because all the time the Mexican will be like really cheering for Brazil in the soccer.
Mm-hmm.
They are crazy about our soccer and things like this, and we have like that's a very respectful relationship. And I am just really curious to see it. What's gonna be the mixing of the two
Hmm.
beautiful, colorful cultures.
Hmm.
Mm.
And I'm just learning that they have so much samba groups over there. I did not
Oh,
know
yeah,
that.
Oh
they
yeah.
do.
Hmm.
All
I
over
did
the
not know
place.
that. And right now I'm like, what? you know?
Yeah.
it's like it's like all this uh, um I really think it would be um incredible. We need a lot of help. We need a lot of sponsors. We need a lot of volunteers. But I feel like it will happen what's supposed to be happen. So
Yeah.
Now, Anna, you in LA, it's usually what, like over a weekend, over a long weekend or something, but this event is actually for how many days? It's several days, right?
yeah, it's about 9 days. And
Wow.
the reason that we thought about that was like this. With the cost
To get
that
there.
we have to get over there, but I also, I started to have all these consultations with people that put events together, kind of a coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And one of these coach told me like an event with 3 days will not pay itself,
Hmm.
because even if you do it all day classes, like we do, the event does not pay itself,
Mm-hmm.
because we have a cost with the food, with the teachers' airlines, with the hotel, per diem.
Yeah.
So he said you have to expand to really to do more, so
Mm-hmm.
you can offer more and you can have more people.
Hmm.
So I was with that in my mind, and when I started to really to see the prices of everything, and to say, wow, for them to stay over here only 3 days is very expensive, you know. So when I extended, I said, oh, maybe I'm gonna do 2 weeks, 5, 6, 7, and but I say, what the teachers are gonna be doing in the middle of this week,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Right.
So that's one of the reason that I say, well, they can still give the class, and we have now 5 days to make the performance. Because the performance in LA was beautiful, was wonderful, but we have one rehearsal.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So and imagine to rehearsal 32 people. We need time.
Yes. With 32 Brazilians, not just
Brazilians,
32 people.
yes. Yes. We need time. We need time. So, and when I see it, yeah, we would spend a little bit more, of course, because of the time. But when the hotel offered that opportunity to have the food, the 3 meals over there, I said, you know what? We can
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, it'll just be like an all-inclusive vacation.
Yes, yes. And also I thought about that, say, well, some people, because we have a lot of people from Europe, like really enthusiastic to
Oh,
come.
wow. Mm-hmm.
And I say, you're going to travel for only 3 days? I don't think
Right.
so,
Right.
So why not? So why not to do this? It's not that I'm going to do every year like that. This is
Mhm.
just like, this year for us to really to start to establish something, but I don't think like I can deal with every year to deal with like now 10 days of a program now.
So,
And
what should people expect as far as how to arrive? You know what I'm saying? Like, do they need to
Hmm.
get a COVID test, or what do they need to, what kind of
Well,
precautions do they need to? I'm thinking for someone who's going to attend.
yeah, all the teachers will be vaccinated because that's
Hmm.
one of the things that I was mandated.
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
Mhm.
I cannot do this with the students. So I encourage the students to be vaccinated, of course, principally because the situation is really, bad right now. But at least a test.
Yeah.
They have to be a test. And we're including in the ticket, we included the test for them.
Hmm.
And also we are including in the ticket, everybody's going to be measuring the temperature every day. And uh, the entrance, like, when you go to events like this and you receive like a bracelet,
Hmm.
Mhm.
we're going to give them a mask. So,
The mask is your
And
bracelet.
the ISC mask
yes.
is your passport in.
As if your passport is the mask. So we're gonna make sure that we have like
That's
alcohol
awesome.
gel. We're gonna make sure we have alcohol gel and the masks and everything. Like we really we want the safety of everybody.
Mhm.
And we have so many artists that they are so involved with the samba schools in Brazil and with the carnival and everything. So we want to make sure that everybody comes, have fun, but safe, and feel safe,
Yeah.
you know. And right now, I think one of the smartest things to do is to follow the protocols,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. They're not
So
difficult.
they are not. They are not. They are not. I was hearing, I don't know his name right now, but he's a jazz player, like musician. And he was saying that first time he went to Japan, he saw some people, he was in like a club or something, and he saw some people getting there with the mask. And he was very curious to know, what's going on over here,
Mhm.
why they have the mask. And somebody explained to him, say, oh, sometimes when you feel like you're not feeling okay or you have some symptoms of a cold, you put it in
Hmm.
respect to others so you don't pass that to others. And
Right.
even this musician was saying, I hope that we started to really to be conscious at that, like that,
Mhm.
to really to think this not about only you, it's about everybody
Right.
else. So and it's a tough time.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. Can you tell people when it is, um, and just where it is, more information? Like give folks the details that they need to know.
Yeah. So is People can go to www.internationalsambacongress.com. So you can find all the
Cool.
information at the website. Other thing we are doing also is because we have prices in dollar for Americans and
Mm,
European,
Mm-hmm.
but we have prices for Mexicans and Brazilians.
Hmm.
So the
That's
page
nice.
is like three, we really have to take in consideration like all this money situation. So we have like three, in the site people can go and really understand. We are working with the hotel. So the students will be receiving a code to get the same, to get that um, um, fee for the reservation and everything. We have facilitated, like, you don't need to be there for 9 days. If you want to, wonderful, that's a great thing. But if you don't, you can stay just 3 days, 4 days, one day,
Mm,
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Um, the other thing also is like if you don't have all the money now, you can pay installment.
Ah, nice.
And we accept a credit card, everything, Venmo, your cat, your dog, anything you want to give to us. Uh, you know, what else? We are working with the hotel because the hotel is very close to the airport to
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
see
that's
if
nice.
they have like shuttle or something that could be available for um, you know the the participants and professors and teachers. The thing is, we are really encourage people to stay in the hotel because this way we are not really going out a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
and we can control more. And also, I think it's a good deal, $70 with the three meals included. I don't think that if you rent an Airbnb or go to another hotel is.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel the most important thing is last we go out, it will be better.
Right.
So I'm really encouraging people to stay in the hotel. um, people will have 100 plus classes but of course, you take how many classes you want to take, but because we have 32 teachers and each one of them is they are teaching three classes.
Mm.
So only that, you have, you know 96 hours of classes. and and plus the parties and the celebrations, the lectures, and the good time. It's a good time.
Sounds amazing. So it's November 5th through the
The
14th.
14th, yes.
Yeah.
And the 5th is where we're going to start with a celebration, everybody in white. This will be the white
Mm.
night.
Bring your
Mm.
So we're going to
whites if you're coming.
bring the whites, yes, and also bring your skirts because we're going to have so many of the northeastern manifestations and cultural expressions that use skirts. So Karimbo uses skirts, and so yeah, bring your skirts and um, bring your happiness and bring you.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be there. We'll be there showing up. And so on the 12th, we have the show with all the teachers. The 13th, we're going to have the competition of the malandra, the female
Oh,
malandro
cool.
Mm-hmm.
competition. And on the 14th, we are deciding who's going to be the show.
Mm.
But we want to close with a show as well, a show like a musician or a band or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it will be very interesting, because we want to receive people with mariachi. We want to
Oh, cool.
to bring
Oh,
people from the community to really to be acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
So we I think this will be, you know a good moment.
Yeah,
sounds really
Puerto
fun.
Vallarta is really beautiful.
That's what I saw in the pictures. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh my gosh, I even did not know. I did not know Luciana was living over there. I knew that she has moved to Mexico, but I did not know
Mm.
where in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And when I sent to her and I said, by the way, where do you live? And she was like, Puerto Vallarta. Oh my gosh, that was my dream. Yeah, so
Nice.
it's a beautiful thing. It's, hopefully everything is going to be fine. Hopefully this delta does not go to plus plus.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we can really control and people be more conscious. And it's not like we are not doing any event like not thinking about all the restrictions that we have right now. And we are creating a committee that's especially developing all the protocols and make sure that everybody we tested. So it's a lot of work, but we are trying to really to do something to see if we can create this healing place that some people can really enjoy it.
Yeah, people need that.
Right.
Hmm. And I heard that so many yoga retreats and even like a Zouk retreat
Hmm.
in Mexico is happening in Mexico. So I saw that people are going there and really doing it. We are daily seeing because they're using that, um, the control, yeah, the lights, the green light, the red, the something. So we are constantly every day. Zaida is checking in to see where they are. Right now, I think they are in orange,
Hmm.
light, but just because um, it seems like they opened for a little while and now they are asked for to go back to lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
People has a concern like, oh my gosh, if I'm there and it is a lockdown, what's happened? So we are really trying to work with the Department of Culture over there and also with the Brazilian consulate to see what we need to do and everything that we don't have right now the answer like, oh, that's not going to happen, but we at least we are trying to really to put things in place so we can really be well structured to respond to that those questions.
Mm-hmm.
People asking also if I pay and what's going to happen if I need a refund or something. So what I'm trying to explain to people is this: International Samba Congress is not a nonprofit organization yet. We are a nonprofit corporation that we are just applied for 501c3, but everything is backed up, so we're waiting for the answer. And we don't have sponsors, you know, and I'm not a millionaire. So so every money that comes in is to pay hotel, to pay airlines, to pay teachers, to pay everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to see alternative if the person, we give the ticket for the next year, or the person will wait for 2 weeks or even 1 month so I can repay the person. But it's not that we're gonna be with the money or anything like that. We will like also the other committee is really putting all this together. The other thing also that it was so important for us this year is we hired a public relation person, like a communication person
Mm-hmm.
is the same person that does the communication for Salgueiro,
Mm-hmm.
Joyce Rodriguez, and we are really she's expanding so much our connection with Brazil, and to see if we can create a situation where um, you know we can become like supported by several sponsors.
Mm.
However, not having the status of 501c3, I get a membership with a fractured atlas
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
that it is a company that
Yeah.
supports.
Yeah, I know them.
So yeah, every donation can go through them
It's like an
and
umbrella. They'll like umbrella
Mm.
umbrella.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's for the sponsorship, the fiscal sponsorship.
Cool.
So, it is in place. We just get approved. So we are doing
Nice.
everything that really can support us, but also if the student has any problem, we can also uh, um, to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an important thing to say because, yeah, you're just making it happen. And that's creating something out of nothing it's almost like you have to trust in the universe and you have to take a big step
I
before you
know.
even know if the step is there, right? You're like stepping out
Yeah.
into like nothing, but then all of a sudden the step appears. It's like, yeah, what you're doing is really it's almost like spiritual work. Like it's hard to like trust the
Hmm.
universe that this is going to pull off. So it's important to tell people like, look, this is this is grassroots as it gets, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
It's not like you're making millions off of it or anything like
Right.
that.
No, amiga, no. I do not do any money yet for with the International Samba Congress. Actually, you know, when finished, I'm like, why I did this? My God, where am I gonna get this money? So it's all the time like, why?
Why did I do
You know,
this to
it's
myself?
like why I don't like another type of culture. Why do I have to be like this? you know and it's a very interesting journey. It's a very
Yeah.
interesting journey, so and people need to understand also, because sometimes like people, oh, can I come for free, or can I, we never say no, you know but
Don't say that out loud.
no, no, no. Yeah, I never say no, and I will repeat, I never say no. But if people understand that this is a life, like a life transformation, that is
Mm,
something like really will impact your life,
mm,
there is no value for that.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we see people crying, like
Yeah.
classes where people really like going through, deep, deep transformation. So, one of the coaches that I'm working with, he said, you're not really selling a product. You're giving people life opportunities.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like this because everybody questioned me, why so many teachers? Why don't do just 8, just 10? My way of think is this, guy. I have 32 people. And if I think about it, the average, they may have like 4 people in their family, or more. I mean, and if you multiply 4, you know, it's you having 128 people.
Hmm.
You give them something to eat. You
Mm,
understand? And what people need to understand also is our reality in Brazil. The artist in Brazil is not really valued. It's all the time a struggle. So if I open up the door, it's not a lot that we pay them, but at least it's some work.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
And also at least it's something that is promoting and divulging and strengthening the culture and keeping a tradition. So I think it's the importance of this is amazing. And I have to say, like, very humbly, I am getting people that I never have seen in my life from Brazil now telling me, like, we are our reference. We love you. It's
Mm.
the work we do. We all the time looking over here. We are so impressed. And this year I was nominated the ambassador of Mangueira.
Mm,
Really?
Yeah, I am
awesome.
the ambassador of
That's
Mangueira.
That's amazing.
amazing.
Me and my dad. My
Oh.
dad and I, and also the ambassador of the Passista Brasileiros de Samba no Pé,
Hmm.
Ciro do Agogô.
Mm.
So for the work that, for me, it is love. Is I don't think I can't survive without it. I think like when I decided to come to the United States, I never thought that I would be like creating anything like this. And but now it's something that is part of me, and it's not only for me. It's a legacy, something that really is beautiful. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, the journey. It's really amazing to see, how a manifestation of a resistance today can be spread out in the world.
Yeah.
How a movement of resistance, how a resistant emotion can be like out there and make other people's happy. So it's amazing. I really believe it, and I believe in the universe. I really do.
You have to with the kinds of things you're doing
Mm-hmm.
and what you're manifesting. I mean, I mean, that word's overused nowadays, but it's impressive. Can you talk
Thank
for
you.
a second about you've been doing these Bate-papo,
Hmm.
um I guess are they on YouTube still? I know they were
Yes.
before. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit
Yes.
about those?
Yeah. So
They made me
with
cry, by the way.
oh, think
There was
you
that
know.
one where they had all the kids passing the hat. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. It was Andrea. It was really beautiful. Yeah. Guys, it's like this. It's I will repeat. I'm not a millionaire. I don't have anything, but the few things that I can have access, I like to give away with people. So I am so like all the time involved with groups in Brazil, you know, principally with the kids. I feel like the Brazilian kids, they are born with such of a talent,
Mm.
and we need to really to support them. So with the COVID and with the death of George Floyd, we started to really to I think like the world was impacted with everything, and we started this really started really to be part of this movement where we started to talk about it a lot. um, our involvement, what samba really represents, and how is samba really, you know uh, uh, how identity, like the connection with our identity. And I started to feel the need of bringing people to really to talk about their experiences, how to be, Brazilian black, from the samba community, living in favela, and still, bring so much of their talent. So from one theme to the other, we went to, woman rights, and we went to probably in capoeira. We went to so many things.
Mm.
Um, at first, I was trying to really to make this formal thing that I have all the questions down, and I was not being myself. I
Mm.
was like too like so I started to just say, okay, you're here, let's talk about you, you know and some is really touching, and um, I get a little bit burnt out
Mm.
because I was doing so much, and it was exactly when, from 5 clients to 60
Right.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I need to stop a little bit, but we are coming back now, and we're coming back in a different structure. We are doing, I think every other week and not every week.
Yeah.
Principally because also it's hard to find a person that is available. We need to really to be,
Yeah.
dealing with people scheduling and everything.
Yeah.
But I think like it was a very good way of to become an activist.
Hmm.
So it was a really good way of, to really to create a space for us to talk about it. Cultural appropriateness. How you say it?
Appropriation.
Appropriation. Yes, cultural appropriation. We see so many beautiful things that people, really enjoy it, and engage and dedicate themselves to it. Um, but we see also how the the idea that sometimes people have so wrong about the Brazilian culture,
Mm.
and principally samba. So those Bate-papo de Malandro was exactly to bring a little bit of more awareness of people, what is behind samba, what
Mm.
it is the history. what it is to know why became a Brazilian national identity, you know? So it was more an attempt to really to make people to think about it before really just see this is samba, this is what it is. You have to do 4 steps to the back, 4 steps to the front, and go to the side and shake your hand. Not to say the booty, but and really more and more we see people doing whatever with samba. So came to really to a point that we need to say, hey, wake up,
Hmm.
wake up, you need to wake up. So, and it's not about attacking people or think all people are horrible, nothing like this, but say, hey, come with us so we can really exchange
Yeah.
and give you more, you know how to really to be more truthful and close to what it is.
Hmm. You're the perfect voice for that. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like. Not that it's your
I
responsibility, but it's because you understand. Obviously, you grew up in the culture there, and you've
Mhm.
lived here for so long. It's really nice that you've taken that on.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing, you
Yeah,
know.
right.
But I feel like somebody needs to do it. And for me is I dealt with so many of my insecurities, and
Hmm.
fear,
Hmm.
and I really, like I said before, this feeling of being visible. For years, I felt like I was a cheerleader with a pom pom, say, "Hey, look at me! Look at me! Look I can do! Look what I can do!" But nothing was really like so profound and so like connected with who I am.
Hmm.
And I think that right now is you know you can see me,
Hmm.
and I can really definitely accept who I am. So it's a long journey, and I think this is something that is a proof also that when you put your heart and when you put yourself in something, and when you nurture your dreams, it becomes a beautiful, beautiful reality.
I was about to ask you if you're when you became more comfortable with yourself, is that when that a lot of these successes you've done so many cool things? Is that when a lot of these things happened for you?
You know, I think when I started to believe on myself,
Uh huh.
because I feel like for a long time I would do something to please others
Hmm.
and to be part of something or to be engaged, but I would not believe in myself. I think like it's very common terms now that more and more people are using. I think I suffered a lot with imposter syndrome
Hmm.
before, that I would see myself working, work, and not feeling really fulfilled. And with the International Samba Congress, I think came this fulfillment.
Hmm.
And it's very interesting. The International Samba Congress, the first one happened exactly 1 month after my mother died.
Mm.
So for me, it was so hard, to the point where I was like, I have to give up. I don't think I can do this. But I think like with the realization, doing it, I really, I get to a point where I was like, everything's okay.
Hmm.
Everything's okay. And my mother was crazy for samba. My mother was crazy for Mangueira. Carnival was like her life. And it seems to me like um, it's a legacy,
Yeah, of
that
course.
I took it, and I think I have a responsibility with. And I feel like, and I really truly believe, I really truly believe. When I encounter people through samba, I truly believe that we transform. And I feel like this journey has really helped me to believe more in myself, and not to feel as invisible, and we use this facade, of like being so happy and extrovert and everything, but at the end of the night it was like, oh my gosh, my country, what are we doing?
Hmm.
So it was a journey, and I really, I was so lucky that I met my husband few months I got in the United States, and even being like an American, he's so supportive of everything and so respectful of myself being Brazilian,
Mhm.
that really created space for me to today to be where I am. And I think, like, with of course I go to therapy, guys. It's not just like samba. I don't samba 24 hours. I go to therapy. I study a lot. I love it. I love life. So, but it's a huge journey. And I was so happy when I saw that the Lions de Batucada, I think, is coming back. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We're restarting it. Reigniting it is the word
I
we're using. Hmm.
know. I know. I love it. I love it. I saw that, and I have such a respect for people who really dedicate their lives to study and to share the love. I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's
So,
been it's almost feels like it's, for me anyway, it feels like it's not in my control. Like I don't control my love for this
hmm
culture and for samba.
hmm
It's not it, I mean, in a way I guess I chose it, but in a way
hmm
it controls me more than I control it.
hmm
And
It's like
it's
that. It's like that music, yeah. Meu samba vai te pegar. The samba catch you,
oh
caught you.
yeah. 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 It grabbed
hmm
me. I had no control. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
And
For
also,
sure.
I think like we end up really getting involved. Like I saw, like, I remember one of the first, California Brazil camp.
Mhm.
Diana being a student, and
Mm-hmm.
now I see her how she's so involved with more administrative part of it, and really putting the seed over there and put the fire and put it, everything to people really to get involved. So I think, like, also it's a very interesting thing because another day I was having this conversation with Patrick Carvalho that I say I miss dancing. But now with coordinating all this, it's like, well, I teach two classes, but it's not like I do performance or anything like that, or I go to places to teach or anything. And he was like, yeah, but you're doing other people dancing. So
Mm-hmm.
so you kind of started to go towards other places,
Right. Mm-hmm.
but it continue connected.
How do you have time? I'm asking this for
I,
myself.
I
You
was
do
going to say,
so much.
Courtney.
You do so much. I mean, you got not only, you mentioned earlier that your mother passed away a month before your first samba congress, but if I remember correctly from when we interviewed you, you were also writing your PhD
Dissertation.
dissertation while you were
Hmm
getting that ready. You told us earlier before we started recording that you have 60 patients that you see with your private
hmm
practice, and you work part-time at the
hmm
program for tortured victims, which is like
hmm
advocacy group for torture victims. I mean, how,
Along with
and
her
you do these
family.
Samba congresses, and you have a family, right? You have a family
Well,
and a dog, a super cute little dog,
yes, two dogs, yes, and my dad.
and your dad.
uh, I think, like, everything you do with love, you have time, and I really truly believe this. I work long hours, but also I take care of myself in terms of, I go train, I go walk, I go, dance samba. I cook for my family, things that I love to do it.
Mm.
Um, you know, now I have a group of people working so I can delegate for them to
Ooh,
do.
I need to get a
Like
group
I
of
said,
people.
yes, I have like Fernanda, Tayan, Vanya. They do all this, Facebook, Instagram, things that I don't know how to do. I don't even know how to press the button. They all every week when I have, you know, the Bate-papo de Malandro or live, they
Uh-huh.
have to explain to me first. Anna, go to the page, press that button, do this every week. So, but I have like this consistent group of people working every single week.
Hmm.
We have also a beautiful group of people, such as, my stepmom Sandy, that she does most of the translations. Cecilia
Oh, that's
that
nice.
lives Cecilia that lives in Canada, also she does a lot of the documentation about sponsorship and translation. Tyler, he does all the pictures and things. So Angela and Daniel Lloyd, that they live in Texas, they create all this, really the logistic thing and the editing videos, things like this.
Wow.
And Mimi, who make all the logistics as well. She's part of the committee for the COVID committee. So it's a lot of people working together, and now we just brought this PR communication person, and so it's like at the end I do have to the final word of things,
Hmm.
but it's not that as when we started, that even the website I was doing with Rodrigo, we are trying to type and to do the website.
Hmm.
you know Rodrigo really, he knows how to do all this. But right now I have somebody like say, just do it, please, make this, that's important, that's not important, let's go do here, this, that. So it's an easier thing for me.
Yeah.
In terms of my practice, because I am only offering telehealth, makes a huge
You
difference.
can stay at your house. And...
I can stay in my house. I don't need to be buying clothes. I don't need to drive. I don't need to tell people I'm late. I'm sorry, I'm late. Or the person telling me, oh, I lost the bus, or I
Yeah.
missed, nothing like this. So things go really, go easily.
Hmm.
So,
A team of
and
people. That's what I need.
Mhm.
a team of people, Courtney.
Okay.
And know how to delegate, because at first I had
Exactly.
people helping, but I did not know how to delegate, and now I can do it a little
Oh,
bit
I'm good
better.
at delegating. I've run biology labs, so
Oh my gosh, yes.
I can
Yes.
delegate. Yeah, I got that
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Well, is there
yeah.
anything that we didn't ask you that you feel is important to let everybody know about Samba Congress?
Well, just come, guys. Let's go to our website, www.internationalsambacongress.com, and you can send me a message. We can arrange anything like that. It is in our possibility,
Hmm.
to do it. And we are working really hard, and really everything comes from our heart. So just come. We need people to come. Don't wait for the last minute, because also we have the limitation of the amount of people in each room. So okay,
Oh,
so, and the hotels also has the limitation of 60% or 80% of their capacity. So
right. So,
don't wait for the last minute.
yeah,
So
sign up now and get
registration
your spot.
registration is open then.
It is open, yeah. And this week, by tomorrow or Saturday, we have all the schedule in,
Oh, great.
so people will know all the classes and
Oh, cool.
dates and everything.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Well, thank you
you
so
so
much for
much.
coming on
Well,
again.
thank you guys for having me over here and open up this space so I can really talk,
Of course.
and really, it's amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Anytime. I mean, anytime. It's
Yeah.
wonderful to chat with you. I feel like you're very comfortable in the medium and going deep. So I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing
No, thank you.
sharing with
Thank you.
us.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. Okay.
Progresso no mesmo lugar. Na luta é que a gente se encontra. Brasil, eu devo a bandeira chegou. Progresso que eu devo a favor. Defendeu e 500 sem mais invasão. Não teve
I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just to be clear, as we said at the top, in-person event in Mexico has been canceled due to COVID restrictions, but it will be happening online November 5th through 7th. 2 weekends. The first one, November 5th and 7th, and then November 12th through 14th. So check out the online classes for sure.
You can all find all the information on the International Samba Congress.com website, on Facebook, and all other social media
Instagram,
platforms.
all over the place. Our website, thebrazilianbeat.com, will have all those links to Samba Congress and all of Anna's information. And we got photos of her up there and everything. So go check it out. thebrazilianbeat.com.
We have a couple of shout outs. We have one of our often mentioned friends, Rob Arcari. Thank you, Rob, for always
Yay.
supporting us and mentioning us when you do events. We really appreciate the love.
Yeah, Rob's awesome. He's doing a similar thing. I mean, he's interviewing people and trying to spread culture. So
Yeah.
good work, Rob. I have a personal shout out, as I said at the top of the show, to Rhythm Traders, and to Brad Boynton, the owner, and to James Travers, or JT, as he's known. Thank you guys so much for helping me get things set up in there, and you guys are awesome. Thank you. I also have another shout out to my fellow Lions directors, Esteban Giaz, Jason Fritz, and Brian L. Davis.
I like how you Portuguesed that Giaz.
Diaz. Esteban Diaz.
Yes.
Yeah. They're good people to work with, and I appreciate you guys, and we've been doing good and charging forward, so it's been fun. It's fun to share the responsibility of running a group of 3 other people.
Yeah.
Because we all have strengths that cover each other, so it's a really cool thing.
Definitely helps.
Dica do dia.
Yay!
So our dica do dia is when in English, when you don't understand something, like if I say something and you don't understand, you usually say it in the present. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand. So it means you don't understand it right now, right? In Portuguese, we use the past. We would say eu não entendi, not eu não entendo. Entendo would be present and entendi would be past. But if you don't understand something that someone says, then you would use past. Eu não entendi, which would translate to I didn't understand what you just said.
That's a good one for when you're traveling to Brazil and your Portuguese is terrible.
Yeah. But if you say eu não entendo in the present, then it means that you never understand. It's something that always happens. So if you tell someone like eu não entendo português, then it means you never understand Portuguese. You don't speak the language. But if someone says something and you didn't get it, then you would say, desculpa, eu não entendi. Like it means I didn't get what you just said. If you say eu não entendo, then they may think that you don't speak the language, right? You never understand. Yeah. And the same, along the same lines, we have the expression when you get a gift from someone. In English, you open the gift, and then in English you would say, "Oh, I love it." Like it means like you love the gift that you just got. But in Portuguese, we would open the gift and use past also. Eu adorei. Obrigada, eu adorei. Adorei o presente. So it means like you love the gift that you just got. If you use present, then eu adoro, then it means you always like it. So, for example, I could say, eu adoro chocolate, then it means I always like chocolate. But if you give me some chocolate as a gift, then I would open it and say, oh, obrigada, eu adorei. Then it means I love the the chocolate that you just gave me.
That's a really good
Yeah.
tip. That's so subtle.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, it's the same meaning, but we just use a different verb tense. So this was our dica do dia.
Yay. I always have to say yay at the end.
Or laugh.
Maybe.
And then laugh, yeah.
So it's been a couple weeks since we started our little Chica do Dia, so we hope you have enjoyed them as much as we enjoyed recording them. We'd love to hear feedback on them, and if you have any topics maybe that you would like to hear
Oh, questions.
Luciana cover, please let us know.
Good idea. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Ciao.
Oh,